Hey, butterflies, welcome back to another episode of the Free Space Podcast. It is your host, Black Butterfly, where I keep everything very sassy and straight, and I talk about mental health, LGBT topics, self-care, self-awareness, and other related topics. So, as you can see by the title, we are breaking the stigma this week. Yes, breaking the stigma, and we want to just get into it. I have a very special guest that is going to be on with us this week, and this week's special guest, her name is Kellina. Kellina is a young entrepreneur who loves to help people with their personal growth as well as educate others about the deaf community. Kellina is a hard of hearing person. She became deaf at the age of 4. She also has recently graduated with her bachelor's in psychology and has started her own coaching business while also finishing working on her book, which y'all get a little bit more info about that in the episode, so make sure y'all tune in. Also, I would like to especially thank all of my butterflies for just being so supportive and tuning in to my show and just being such an amazing butterfly. Like, I greatly appreciate you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Period. All right. Hello, butterflies. And we have a special guest. Her name is Kellina. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me today. I'm super excited.
Me too. I'm so excited to have you on the free space because we're all about being free and being the best butterflies that we are.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm such a free spirit person. I speak my mind, and so I am so up for this.
Yes, most definitely. So let's just go ahead and just jump right into it. So I do see that you have your bachelor's in psychology. So just give me a little bit of feedback. Tell my butterflies what it's like to just be in school and be a college student and going into the mental health field of all things. Like, what inspired you to do that?
Honestly, first off, going into school was not something easy because I had people doubting me, going to school because little do people know I am a deaf person. And when I was growing up, I never had anyone that looks like me, a psychologist that looks like me, a counselor looks like me, teacher did not look like me. And I realized when I got older, before I got older, I actually went to 2 different schools. I went to a deaf school and a hearing school. Mm-hmm. And deaf school, I was able to communicate with kids and it was nothing. But when I got to the hearing community, it was so difficult. And when I got older, I realized that why is there not enough service for people who have disabilities? And I think me be the first one to kind of advocate for the deaf community and my disability community. And that's why I chose psychology, because there's no one like me out there. And it's so unfortunate because there are people struggling and no one really touch on mental health in the disability community. Not a lot of it being taught. So it's kind of unfortunate and sad because it's we disability people go through so much that people don't understand. And it's unfortunate that when we disability go seek for help, the counselor, they may not relate to what we're going through. They probably have it from school, but they want someone who's from experience. So that's why I chose psychology. And I'm doing a mental health diploma on the side just to get more hands-on experience to guiding people. And that's why I chose to become a coach. Now I do have my own coaching business now to coach people who have disability and those who are not disability as well.
That is amazing. Well, first, congratulations, because yes, representation matters. And I absolutely agree, with me, myself as well, having, invisible disabilities, it's important that we have that representation because like you said, there are people that aren't like us, so to speak. I can't go up to someone and be like, hey, do you have depression? Do you have PTSD? Can I talk to you? It's not many people that I can go to and relate, and I will understand what I'm talking about and be able to help me through that. And it's great that we're both in this field, because we do need that representation of like, okay, there's a person that is advocating for, the deaf community. There's also a person advocating for the disability and invisible disability as well. Like, there needs to be a lot more awareness, and, just people knowing that, like, hey, I may be this way, but I'm also able to still be there for you and relate to you, and ultimately let you know that you're not alone too, because like you stated, like, there's some people that, may have a disability, and they be scared to go to a counselor because they feel like, well, they don't know, they may not be able to relate to me, they may not, let alone understand. But if you have a counselor that has maybe the same thing as you, you'll be more comfortable, talking to them, which is the cherry on top.
I agree.
Yes. And hold up, you mentioned that you have a coaching business, so you're just like the whole package. So you're like an entrepreneur, you're a student, like you're an advocate. Like, how do you operate being an entrepreneur, like all these different things? Like, how?
I know, that's a really good question. People always ask me, how you do it, Kellina? Honestly, time management is super key. Understand your why are you doing this. That's definitely going to motivate you better and make you want to do better. And also, being a student, entrepreneur, upcoming author, because I do have a book coming up on top of that too. It's like, what? So honestly, it's really about time management. You need to understand and break down your schedule. A lot of people always say that it's good to wake up early in the morning, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Right.
I actually work overnight. I work overnight, and sometimes I work a day job. So I literally have...
Girl, you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. I have to, like, every day, when I wake up in the morning, or even when I come home from my overnight, plot my schedule for the day, break it down. When is my break? When am I going to take a nap? That's the number one thing I always do. Take a nap during the day. If I don't take a nap during the day, I'm fudgy. And so that is really how I go around it. People said, wow, like, you don't play. And I said, no, I don't play, because I know what I'm doing is going to benefit everybody else. Not just for me, but for everybody else. And I'm a very people person. I love helping people. I do want to get my stuff out there, help people, like, globally. That's always help people globally.
That is amazing. And look, I'm just going to give you all your flowers. Like, you're going to be an author. Like, congratulations on that too. That's amazing. Can I hire you as like my virtual assistant? Like, butterflies, y'all know I be all over the place. Y'all know I be going through it. And the fact that you just said time management, girl, I need to hire you. Look, if y'all think I should hire Kellina as my virtual assistant, y'all need to comment hire, because I need to have her. Can you fit me into your booking? Because I would love that.
Nah, honestly, it's a lot of work. I tell people be like, you know what, I'm gonna hire Kellina as my coach, because Kellina been through so much. You understand, like, you guys can always hire me to be a coach. I have no problem doing that. I'm always open. My ears are always open. My door's always open. But my book is coming out actually May 28th.
Oh wow, that's my grandma's birthday.
Oh my god! And my birthday's May 29th. That's so cute.
That is so cool. And my birthday's January 28th. I'm sorry, I had to put that out there. I love it. That is so cool. Like, I just love how, like, radiant, like, your confidence is. Is this something that, like, you've always, like, had, or was it something that kind of just, as you got older, it was something you kind of taught yourself? Like, what was your journey with your confidence?
My confidence was very difficult. I would say because I've been bullied all my life.
Mm-hmm.
And, I never let the bully take advantage of me, never walk all over me just because I'm a deaf person. I honestly have to learn it through through honesty by TV, social media, learning from other people. I know most importantly, be surrounding yourself with the right people.
Right.
If you're not surrounded by the right people who can help you build that confidence, then you're not in the right circle, honey. You need to get out. And you need to get out. Like, you have to get out. If you're not in the right circle, no. And also too, I always tell people this quote: whatever you feed in your body, you want to be healthy, right? Whatever you feed your body. It's the same thing with your brain. However you feed your brain, how do you expect your brain to be healthy if you can't feed your brain correctly? Same way.
Exactly.
Body.
Yes. Look, fucking snaps, because look, like, you are going to be a round the block guest, because I literally always talk about self-care, making sure if the brain not right, you're not going to be right. It's just not going to be together.
Exactly. And a lot of times too, people follow the heart, but I tell people, don't always follow your heart, because your heart can get so much damage.
Yes.
You gotta follow your brain. Your gut is there for a reason. If your gut wasn't there for a number of ways, then okay, great, do whatever you want to do. But if something a little weird and your gut is telling you something, you must believe that it's correct.
Exactly. Go with your intuition, literally. And that's also something like I've been doing more lately, is following like literally my gut feeling. And sure enough, my gut has been telling me some stuff that I've been avoiding, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going somewhere.
Exactly. I feel like people are so nervous because they're always so used to one spot.
Exactly.
To move into the next spot because they're afraid of the outcome, right? And I tell people, don't be afraid of the outcome, because who knows what the outcome will look like. The outcome could be the best thing that you ever choose. And so that's the issue nowadays, And again, I don't blame people, because people always say, my anxiety. Like for me, like my anxiety is super bad when I talk to someone that is hearing, because I'm so nervous, and because I've been bullied when I was young. And I'm always thinking, like, would this person intimidate me? Or would this person walk all over me? Would this person disrespect me?
Right.
Or the person have the initiative to talk to me as a normal person?
Right, exactly.
So that's the problem. And when I realized that, okay, you know what? My gut was telling me, you need to do it. Either way, you're going to have to learn how to communicate with someone publicly. And I'm like, that's true. And that's where my brain, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to follow what my brain said. I'm not going to follow my heart, because if I did follow my heart, I would not be here right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And, sometimes everyone's like, oh, you need to trust your heart. But I'm like, for me, trusting my heart has gotten me in situations, in places where I regret to this day.
Oh, yeah. 100% agree.
And it's like, is it really following my heart, or do I really need to follow like the logic in my brain? Like, that's really what it boils down to. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to follow logic, because like literally, like you said, the outcome could be like literally like the best thing ever. Like, we don't know what the future holds or what the outcome holds, but we can manifest it, of course, because I'm going to manifest all day. But maybe something that I'm manifesting, the outcome may be like 10 times better than that. And I'm okay with that. And I feel like it's all about just being open to what happens, because if you close off from it, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. You may be blocking something that might be like the best thing ever. So I agree. So switching gears. So like, we're going to go back to mental health. So you was giving a little sprinkle with the eating healthy stuff. So like, what tips do you have like for just, being someone that has a disability and being in the mental health field? Like, what tips do you have for someone that, is similar to us, or even just in general, to just maintaining like their mental health?
Definitely, that's a really good question. I always encourage people to, one, look around your circle. Who are you surround yourself with? That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be afraid to look for counselors, therapists. I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't even if you do have one and you feel uncomfortable, don't be afraid to go look up for a new one. I feel like people want, because they're already comfortable with the one therapist, they won't
Right.
come out because they feel like they don't want to start all over again. And
Right.
don't be afraid to start all over again, because you just don't know and you never know. And nowadays, there's so many more job title now. For example, coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching would never exist 5 years ago. Now it's a big thing now.
Yeah.
What? And that's the job. So I tell people, like, don't be afraid to start over again when you're looking for a coach, therapist, and really do your research on your mental health. I feel like a lot of people are nervous to go online to look it up because there's so many information. Yes, there's so many information, but it would benefit you so that you have a better understanding of how can you cope with your mental health. And for me, like, I always looked up different things for like disability of mental health because I don't know. But but when I gain, at least you can get other opinions. It's good
Exactly.
but you learn. You're like, is this for me or just not for me? Maybe it's just an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people don't know how to take an idea, has an exception of like just something there. Just leave it. Just don't think it's related to you right away.
Exactly.
They don't think it's about you. Like, no, you have to take the initiative, look at it, be like, hey, you know what? I'm seeing something, maybe this relates to me, maybe it doesn't. And that is my other tip. And the third thing is to be careful who you watch on social media. That's the number one. I think a lot of people just watch so many people because they think they have the luxury life. And like, and they're feeling bad. And like, why does this person have this? Why I don't have this? Unfollow. You don't need to be feeling that way. You don't. You need to find inspirational, motivational quotes, or even follow it to talk, especially to talk.
Yes.
Find something that can motivate you. Find something that's gonna feed your brain healthy. Don't follow people who flex so many things. That is not gonna get you nowhere. For me, for example, I follow a lot of educational content. Why? Because I love learning educational content. I do not follow people who have the most followers. No, I don't. I follow people who benefit my life. For example, mental health, whatever. But but I don't follow people who try to act like their life is together. I follow people who give ideas and fun content, not anything too like draining. If you feel like the content you're following draining, unfollow, because it's not being your brain healthy. So it's
exactly.
very careful how to do that.
Yeah. And that's another great point too, is, I absolutely agree. Like, follow people who are authentic to themselves. And, like for me as well, like I like to follow people who aren't afraid to show, hey, I'm having a bad day. And that's okay. Hey, I had a good week. Let me show you guys what, I went through this week. Like, I like to see people who aren't afraid to be their authentic selves, because it adds motivation for me to continue to be my authentic self, because that's all I'm about. It's just being who I am. And, I'm also going through like a self-discovery journey where I'm, really learning about me and being in tune with myself. And I want to share that with everyone. Like, I'm okay with like sharing that because I want, people to know that it's okay. And even, touching on like therapy as well. Y'all know I made a whole episode about therapy, so y'all go watch it. But I mentioned in my episode about therapy that it's okay to go to therapy, but I also let it be known that do it for you, not for others. Therapy for me, I don't know, maybe it's because like we're in this like psychology field bubble, so like we can really advocate for therapy, but on like the general aspect of it, sometimes therapy may not be for everyone, but it's not a bad thing. That's how I basically see it. There's different types of therapy, which is great because, not everyone likes to sit face to face with someone. There's like musical therapy, there's totally different options. So I just I adore it. And I love being a part of this field because mental health, is really important. And with the way the world is right now, I feel like you said, people should really value themselves and making sure that they're taking care of their insides, because if not, their outside is just irrelevant, basically.
Exactly, 100%. Especially the COVID. I feel like COVID really woke up a lot of people about the mental health.
Agreed. I absolutely agree. And it's hard out, girl. It's hard out here for a pimp. It is, because we're trying to be out here and be entrepreneurs. We're trying to get ourselves out there. And with being, just college students in general, we forget about ourselves. We forget about our mental health. And I push so hard for myself to just make sure I remember me. Like,
Exactly.
I wake up every morning. I have to remember, hey, girl, did you brush your teeth? Did you do something?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And it's like, we have to be there for ourselves in order to be there for other people. Because if not, we look like a flunky. Like, literally, it's terrible. It's like, what is this? What are you?
100%. That's why it's like, oh my God, like, what?
Yes. So, as any final wrap up thoughts, so Miss Beautiful Kalani, I don't know why I just called you Kalani.
Kellina.
Kellina. I think I want to listen to some Kalani. You know what? Y'all come with some good Kalani songs, because I don't know. I like Kalani a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. but as final wrap up, you're more than welcome. This is your moment to shine, and tell all of my beautiful butterflies where they can find you. I will make sure I will link it all below for everyone to find you, your book, just everything.
Alrighty, everybody ready for popcorn? So when I would tell you this, the first thing I would say is, don't be afraid to use your voice to get your stuff out there. Yes, there will people be talking about you or think, oh, you're doing something inappropriate. I just want you to know that it's your life and it's your decision. Whose life is it to control, you or that person? Use your voice to shine and do whatever you want to do with your voice. And if you do want me to become your coach, since you love the jam I'm dropping, I am super open to be your coach if you would like. You can find me on cleanempowerment.com. And if you want to know more about my book, you will have to follow me on my Instagram, the Deaf Queen Boss. Yes, Deaf Queen Boss. So those are the top two sources that you guys can find me on. And for those probably wondering, like, hey, Kellina, what's the book about? So the book is about me being deaf in the hearing community. So it's going to be mixed with poetry and biography. And I love poetry. So it's really, really cute. And it's only 95 pages. And it's called Every Day I Am Just That. I know, a little goosebump. I know. A little goosebump. So that is about me. And yeah.
So I'm going to most definitely do a pre-order. And I want a signed copy.
Okay.
Yes, because look, I am all about supporting everybody, because look, representation matters.
Exactly. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes. Look, butterflies, if y'all don't show her some love, I'm coming for y'all next week. I'm coming for y'all. So thank you for being on the free space. You were absolutely amazing. And you are now officially a bad bitch butterfly. So make sure you guys go and follow her. I will link everything for you guys. So if y'all go follow her, make sure you say Black Butterfly sent you, because I did. Boo. All right. So until next time, you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode. So I will have everything linked below. So make sure you guys go and follow and connect with Miss Amazing Kellina. And it was such a pleasure having her on the show and just vibing with her and just her amazing energy as a whole. So until next week, you guys, because next week we're going to be getting into a little bit more awesomeness. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's just say we're gonna dive into some mental health stuff still. So get into it, get ready, because a lot of self-care tips are along the way. It is springtime. We got to get into it. We got to get ourselves together. So get ready. So until next week, you guys, I will see you guys then. So remember, you are loved and you matter. Bye.